You're listening to The Play Patch. Welcome back, everyone. We are doing a live reaction to the Microsoft Developer Direct 2024. The thumbnail gives some of it away, but hey, let's just sort of pretend we haven't seen the thumbnail.
Yeah, we'll do our best.
We'll do our best. But before we begin, if you like our shows, then please consider subscribing and doing all that other beautiful stuff. So without further ado, let's crack on with it. So,
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go. All right, Microdeck, what have you got for us this time?
Well, it's going to be Obsidian first, isn't it? And they did Knights of the Old Republic 2. They did Fallout New Vegas. They've done some good shit, mate.
They have, but the last one, Outer Wilds, wasn't great, was it?
No, you're right about that.
Welcome to Obsidian Entertainment. I'm so proud to share with you our upcoming fantasy action RPG, Avowed. Avowed is an adventure into the heart of the
Avowed thing, yeah.
A frontier at the edge of the known world, where you must put a stop to a mysterious spiritual plague.
This was the first-person RPG, you know.
At Obsidian,
we did a brief trailer on this a couple of years ago.
Games, dynamic gameplay, and thoughtful reactivity. And Avowed.
Well, I mean, they're showing clips of their older stuff, so.
We set out to blend the believable and fantastical to give players a world and experience.
Pathfinder.
It's colorful, it's vibrant, it's strange. It's one of the most incredible settings in the world of Eora. There's going to be a lot of great secrets to discover, one of which has a really personal connection to you as the player character, and you're going to have a great time getting to know those secrets. And
she's somebody who is kind of hot, but there's something not. There's something that's not quite. There's something that's keeping her from being hot, but she is hot. But it's something that's not quite.
Here to talk more about combat is Gabriel Paramo, gameplay director.
Here at Obsidian, our team's overarching goal is to empower you with choice.
Oh, speaking of hot, he's hot. Gabriel's hot, mate. Look at that.
That allows you to quickly swap.
He doesn't have a forehead. We shouldn't be doing this.
We want to give you
we shouldn't
the
be
freedom to mix
criticizing
and match your
people.
loadout
Sorry.
to fit the way you want to play from moment to moment, uninterrupted.
I mean,
battles, you
it
can combine
looks.
a variety of weapons, attacks, and
I
abilities.
mean, they've got guns and swords.
A wide range of enemy types. It's not just hacking and slashing. You're making real-time decisions.
I don't like
about when to use your
the fact that they've got guns.
Powerful melee attacks, blocks, parries.
I think that takes away from it being an
You choose
RPG,
to approach combat with a one-handed wand.
like, you know, medieval RPG, which is, I assume, is what they're going for.
Using the Tanglefoot ability, you can stop enemies in their tracks, giving you the opportunity to
I
focus
mean,
on
is it
weaker
just
or tougher
Skyrim?
combatants
I know
in an
that
intentional
that's
and
it. I know
controlled manner.
it's like every kind of
Important to
fantasy
pay attention
game
to
like
the
this
types of
is.
enemies you're dealing with.
It's like,
Some
is
units are
it
extremely
just
defensive,
Skyrim?
Some are brutally difficult.
No,
And others you must
it
make
just,
sure you prioritize, or their healing capabilities will put you in a tough spot. To help with the different encounters
I don't
you'll face,
know. There's just
we
something
provide
off about
customizable
this
loadouts
thing.
that can be quickly switched during combat. That means you can play however you want.
In case
Equip the
people aren't
sword and
watching
shield
along,
and
the
charge
game's
into
called.
battle.
Is it called Avowed? Is it? Allowed?
Avowed.
Avowed?
Or even dual-wield wands to feel like a gunslinging mage. You could use your enchanted
Gunslinging
wand to freeze
mage.
enemies, and then use your offhand weapon's power attack.
I mean,
to
it's
shatter
magic.
them. We've worked hard to keep
mean,
you
that looks pretty
constantly
cool.
engaged as battles unfold by creating a
Yeah,
balance
this
between
is
pressure
definitely
and
not what I
manageability
was
during
hoping it
combat.
would be.
Players will have ample choices for how to build and progress their envoy in the world of the living lands as they get to know the game and the story and explore the many diverse regions. Some quests in Avowed will have you make difficult decisions with profound consequences, like this side quest you may encounter in Shatterscarp, the third region you'll explore on your journey through the living lands. As you're exploring, you come across the bodies
These all
of
going to
these
be on
fallen
Game Pass.
soldiers, and as you explore the
Dunno.
remains of the battle,
If they're on
it's up
Game
to
Pass,
you
I'll
to
give it a go.
determine
Why would I
who,
not?
if anyone, is at fault.
I assume it would be.
Just the four of us. Manu, Kiri, Naoki, and me. Training under Captain Ruichi.
Lip syncing was on
Trying to
point.
keep Thirdborn safe.
In other words, you're
Yeah.
a gang of vigilantes. Not that I'm one to judge.
Here,
Is that
Take
the
my
character
badge.
we're playing?
Take everyone's.
I think so. I didn't know if it was another silent protagonist, but it looks like that
Making
you
the
have a
right
voice.
choice isn't always
Oh,
what
look
it
at the edgy
seems.
bloke standing
We
up on
embrace
his,
moral
his
nuance and
desk.
gray areas,
Oh.
trusting players to make tough decisions in complicated situations.
My squad and I rested in the cave by the water last night, and as we were sleeping, we were ambushed by those miserable Zoribs. I was so surprised, and it was so dark. I just got
Yeah,
separated from everyone
the
else.
lip syncing's really good, man.
I can't face those monsters alone.
Or the, you
But I
know,
have to know if anyone else made it out.
the
Of course he did.
phenomes, whatever it's
Sergeant
called.
Masui never has a thought he won't say out loud. So what did he tell you? That Captain Ruiki was sick? That I was paranoid?
The
That I was
voice
a
acting's
dumb baby?
not bad as well. He's, you know,
I heard it all
he's
often
pretty
and
good.
loudly. Wait, if you found Sergeant Masui, why is he not here with you? What happened?
At the end of the quest, you have a choice. When you confront Private Naoki, if you believe the story he's told you, you can hand over the badges and let him go back home.
You're right.
But I don't mind
Real battle
all of
isn't
this
something you can prepare for,
sort of decision making, but I need to know whether
No,
I made the right decision or not.
should have
Do you know
never
what I
kept
mean?
them.
Yeah, but would you say that there's
I'll
no
take
such
the
thing,
badges.
though? There's no
Going back
such
to
thing as the
Thursday.
right decision, is there?
But if you confront him,
Yeah,
if
I
you
know, but
believe
this
that
is a
he fled the
game,
site of the
and you
battle
have to
as an
sort
act
of-
cowardice, then
I
he
don't
might
know.
challenge you to a fight to reclaim his honor.
Yeah,
Either
maybe
way,
you're right.
when you return to town, you'll see the consequences of your actions and the
Like,
choices
it'd be
you
nice
made
to sort of
during
get
this
like
quest.
a
Creating an
rundown
immersive
at the
experience
end,
like
you
Avowed
know, after the
is anchored
credits.
in the
Well, this
world we
decision
live
was
in.
right, this
Art director
decision was
Matt
wrong.
Hansen
blah,
and the
blah.
team
I've got to
have
ask you,
worked to
Pete,
create
have I
a
become
unique,
spoiled
colorful,
because they're
and dynamic
describing...
visual style.
Have I become spoiled and am I taking RPGs for granted nowadays? What they're describing is making decisions in a game, in an RPG. I would expect that, and they're talking about it like it's something that's never been done before, and it's like, well, I expect decisions in more or less every RPG nowadays. That's almost become commonplace, and they're acting like it's this great new feature. It's like, no, this is what they all should have now.
Yeah, the fact that they're highlighting this is slightly worrying.
But that's why I'm wondering, have I become spoiled? Because this is already something that I would expect in every kind of big RPG nowadays. I wouldn't consider it a feature. I would consider it mandatory.
You might notice off in the distance a vibrant jewel of color. By
I mean,
transitioning
it all
from
looks very pretty,
destitute,
but
muted tones
am I
of a
the only one
wasteland
that
of
thinks there's
sand
something slightly
and
off
marching in towards a beautiful oasis?
I mean, like,
There's the opportunity there for life.
It looks a bit dead
for
to me.
adventure,
Where's the
and
wildlife?
even a little danger.
I mean, I know there's a couple of creatures, but it looks a little bit
We hope you've enjoyed
static.
this look at Avowed.
Yeah.
We're thrilled to share more about the
I don't know
game in
whether
the
it's
coming
me
months,
wanting
and
something
we can't wait for you
like,
to
you know,
explore
like a
the living
dark
lands
RPG,
when Avowed
like
launches this
a
fall.
gritty RPG, because this looks very colourful and arcadey.
I mean, the combat does just. I mean, there is a gun. There's only one gun, and it's like I guess it's more like a musket. It's not like it's a machine gun, so maybe it's like there's not really loads of guns. Maybe it's just like one kind of slow kind of revolver. It's coming out. Oh, it's Game Pass. Well, then I see no reason for me that I would not have a look if it's on Game Pass.
Yeah, it's autumn of this year. Right.
What's up next? What we got next then? Who are we going to float to next? Ninja Theory. What have they got for us? I don't remember the game that's coming out for them.
Hellblade 2.
You've mentioned this, Pete. You were looking forward to this, weren't you?
Yeah, I need to play the first one first, though.
Hi, I'm Don Matthews, studio head here at Ninja Theory in Cambridge, UK.
Oh, he's from the
We're now
UK,
in
Pete,
the
one of
final
our
months of
own.
development on
Yeah,
Senua's
man.
Saga Hellblade 2, and the team is working hard to bring you an unforgettable journey into Senua's unique world and her battle for survival, where we have once again combined high fidelity
look at that,
and
man.
immersive presentation with a shorter, narrative-led experience that focuses on the things that we
A shorter?
really care about.
Don't know if I like that.
and that we hope you care about too.
Short and sweet.
Why, was the first game known for being really long then or something?
I don't think it
Senua is
was
back
like
with a
too
new
long.
quest. She wants to stop the Vikings who raided her village right at their source, in Iceland. But not just her quest has changed. Senua herself has
She's
grown
nice.
since the first Hellblade.
She
She's
looks
made
like
peace with her past
shit.
and is no longer in such fear of her visions and voices. While the
What?
Furies are still her constant companions, she encounters new people
She looks like
along the
Tim
way,
Curry in drag.
some of which will value her unique perspective, and others who will reject it.
Little by little, this settlement became my tribe.
It is a bit harsh, though.
In the game, Senua arrives in 10th century Iceland on the trail of the Vikings who have been enslaving her people.
They showed
In the
a
story, we're
cutscene
trying
of
to be
it
as faithful to history
last
as
year.
we can up to a
Bit of a
point,
gameplay.
establishing a
Couple of
solid
minutes and it looked
framework
good.
and then
Yeah.
building more
I've not seen
surreal
anything
elements
since,
on top.
really.
Senua
But I
faced up
didn't
to
play the first one at all,
giants
mate, so I
who
really
have
got no
plunged the
idea,
land into
really,
chaos,
about
and
it.
which in turn has seen the rise of the Joiga, a violent threat that has swept through the settlements that stood
Oh, that looked nice. Nice little sweep the leg there.
Senua will make new enemies.
Yeah, this is
and
Unreal
also
Engine,
new
isn't it?
allies
So
who will come to see her unique perspective as a beacon of
expect
hope.
greatness.
And she'll discover along with us how this viewpoint can have its advantages.
I mean, it looks good.
Senua is a Celtic warrior who experiences psychosis. Seeing things that other people don't.
Is this the mental
hearing
health game you were
voices and
talking
having
about?
unique beliefs
Yeah.
about the world around her. To bring Senua's perspective of the world to life in a truthful way, we have once again worked closely with Professor Paul Fletcher at the University of Cambridge, as well as people with lived experience of psychosis.
What does that mean? It's terrifying.
Players will find themselves traversing beautiful and hostile environments, seeking answers from patterns and signs that Senua sees in her own unique way, and battling through encounters with enemies that will push Senua to her limits.
For about 6 hours.
Yeah.
On
I don't mind
Saga,
if it's
we've
6
taken
hours, as long as
everything
it's
to the
cut
next
price
level.
game.
With
It's
a
going to
new
only be
motion
6
capture
hours and they
space,
got to cut the
a bigger
price.
stage team, a stunt crew, and a new
Tim
cast.
Curry in drag.
We spent a
She
long
does.
time planning
She
the motion
does.
capture
You know she
shoot,
does.
thinking of
No.
what events
Yes.
would be good to
Yes.
I deny it.
bring into this
Yes.
fight. Like, how can we make this fight feel different from the previous fight? We have all new combat for the sequel. One of our key goals was the ability to actually tell a story throughout it. It does feel very different from the first game, but it's very brutal and you're very invested in it. Senua isn't a
back of the
superhero.
neck.
She's fighting for survival, and we want the player to feel her struggle in
It's very
every step
violent,
of her journey.
which is... Well, I like that
We want the
stuff. So.
player to always feel
Fine
like
by
they
me.
just scraped through, just
Oh,
survived.
he's got a flame spell.
Mel knows Senua better than anyone, better than I do. Her instincts are amazing, and she really doesn't need much help from me. On stage, our main focus is storytelling. So I get to watch the actors and see all the beautiful expressions on their faces. And then I have to wait a little while, and then I get to see that all again in-game, in costume, on location, everything.
That's the type of
It's a
head rig
great
that I
experience, a
would
great
like,
process.
man.
Every discipline in the studio
Amazing.
is unified in achieving a deep level
Looks
of
very
immersion
expensive,
to
though.
help suspend your
Yes, it
disbelief
does.
and pull you into Senua's story.
I even tried looking it up.
We were
It's
lucky
like,
enough to
you know,
do a few reference
where
gathering
to,
trips
where to
in
actually
Iceland. You
sort of
have to
buy
be there.
those
The
things.
sense of scale,
How
everything
much?
is
How much did it
incredible.
say? You jump out of the
You
chair.
see a scene,
The closest
you see a
I could
small
get
section of the
was a
game and you're
rig
like,
that was like,
yeah, that
I
works.
don't know,
That's
a
amazing.
grand or something. Which wasn't as bad as I was expecting it to
reality
be.
differently, and a part of this manifests in the voices she hears. These
I see, I
voices
don't
come to
fully...
life
So is this
through
taking
binaural
place
audio,
inside her
which
head then?
provides a good
Kind of thing?
representation of this type
No,
of
well, it
auditory
set
hallucination.
in,
As we
they
focus
said it
on
was set in
immersion,
10th
binaural audio
century
is perfect for this because through headphones,
Iceland or something.
you surround yourself in a three-dimensional space. In the first game,
Because she's got psychosis, she's seeing things that other people don't, so it's sort of taking liberties a little bit. It's sort of, you know, blurring the boundaries, if you
Every
like.
single sound has the potential to be binaural, so everything is specialized around you, and it's a very beautiful experience. music is a strange language in the sense that it speaks to our emotions.
But it's very pretty. I mean, look, did you see the reflections in
It's not only about
when
quality,
she
it's about
looked in the
personality.
puddle?
So when you listen to Hellblade, you know it's Hellblade. On the music, we are working with Hyrule.
Yeah, I'd like
which
to
for
check
me is
out
a
the
personal
soundtracks
privilege
of this.
because I really admire them. We feel their craft, their depth.
Oh,
their
that was the
meaning in
Game
music.
Awards, wasn't it?
It
Okay.
really connects with our game and elevates it to something really special. We are also working with a heavy metal singer, throat singers, and our very own Furies. They sing so beautiful, and we add that binaural touch of music. So this all creates a very immersive and a very special and unique experience.
Our mission here at Ninja Theory is to craft life-changing art with game-changing tech. And that's our aim in Senua's
Well,
Saga.
this is probably going to be Game
Hellblade
Pass as well,
2
mate.
is to
So,
not only
Yeah.
assuming
see
you've got
where
Game
Senua
Pass,
goes
assuming you
next,
pick up
but
Game
to deliver
Pass,
something
then
really meaningful for our players.
My hope is that they will really connect to Senua as a character, and even if they can't really relate to what she's going through, maybe they know someone that relates to that character and they can then understand that person better.
Well, I don't want to sound cheesy, but in a way I'm Senua, right? She exists and doesn't. It exists through all of our work, through every ninja.
through every ninja, did he
we
just
all are
say?
Senua, and
I
we are
think
creating
so.
this character that grows and grows and grows and grows.
That's
and
a bit
keep
of a
growing
weird
and keep
comment.
changing. So that makes it real.
I'm so proud of the love, care, and passion our team here at Ninja Theory are putting into Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. Our hope is
Don't
to
you
not
wish you
only
could
create
work
a
on
game
games
that's great
design,
to
mate?
play, but to craft an experience that leaves you thinking and feeling. From our
Like,
combat
best job
gameplay
ever.
through to our action set pieces, from our
Yeah,
cinematic
I'd
scenes to our
love to
puzzle
be,
solving, everything is crafted in service
either
of
level
Senua's journey,
designer,
a journey that you can embark on.
like chief
on May
level designer or
21st.
something, or like
There you go, May. Not that long. Game Pass, May.
nice.
May 21st, apparently. Okay, which lovely box are they going to show us next? What else have we got here? Square Enix, huh? Okay. Listen, the only Square Enix game I'm looking forward to next year is Rebirth, right? So,
Next year? Did you say next year?
this year, yeah, I forgot what year it was for a sec.
Greetings, Xbox players. My name is Masaru Oyamada,
Masaru.
producer for the Mana
Hi.
series here at Square Enix. 聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・
Oh,
マナ
mate,
の
don't give me
情報を
subs. My eyes, I ain't got my glasses
Xbox ユーザーの皆
on.
さんにいち早くお
to
伝え
read
できる
that.
機会をいただけて大変光栄です。コンソールゲームとしては
Visions of
約17
Mana
年ぶりとなる聖剣伝説シリーズの
coming
完
to
全
the
新作。
Xbox.
聖剣伝説シリーズは 1991
So, I
年
know of the series. It is not a JRPG I have partaken in, believe it or not. I haven't played them all,
個性豊かなキャ
but
ラ
I
クタ
know
ー
of
たち
it.
心に響く楽曲の数々武器の特性を生かして戦うアクション
Hey, look,
RPG
if
と
he's
して
coming on Game Pass,
これまで
then
に17作発売され
yeah, there's been
長らく
shitloads
愛
of
さ
them
れて
there.
きました
Jesus.
本作
Yeah,
は
there's loads of them.
30年以上の歴史あるシリーズの最
But
新
it's
作
not a
とな
series
る
I've
た
ever
め
played.
これまで培われてきた聖剣伝説としての世界をしっかり感じられるものを目指して
If it's coming on Game
鋭意
Pass,
制
I'll
作
give
中
it
で
a
す
shot. Why not?
フィールドでは
Yeah, I'll
自
give
然
this
や
one
精
a
霊とのつながりを
miss.
感じられる色彩豊かな聖
Oh,
剣
we
伝
got to
説
get you
の
into
世界
more
を体験し
JRPGs.
て
I
もら
know
え
how
ると思い
much you
ま
love
す
the culture. And,
No chance, mate.
シ
No
リーズおなじ
fucking
みのモンスター
chance.
たちも本作に登場していま
he's
す
lying, people. He does love it, really.
今回これらのおな
there's so
じみのモン
much
ス
I
ター
want
た
to
ちを作り
say.
出した聖剣伝説の生みの親である石井浩一さんとともに聖
Check
剣
out
伝
this
説
Edgelord.
ビジョンズ・オブ・マナの内容を紹介していきたいと思います
But look at the leather jacket. Look at this dude.
Damn.
I am so happy
He
to
looks like
introduce
he's like
the
a
newest
Yakuza
game
or
in the
something.
Mana series to Xbox players. 初期の頃から
She ain't gonna mess with that
シリーズ作品
guy.
に登場しているモンスターたちは
Look at the color,
私
mate.
が考案したもので
Look
す
at that.
中には小学生の頃
he's such a
すでにイメージ
mob
が
He
できてい
still
たものもありま
thinks
す
he still thinks it's the
今作
60s,
では
mate. He still
初め
thinks
は
he's
ドット絵から
he just
スタート
finished
した
watching
モンスターた
Grease.
ちをどのような形で最新化して聖剣伝説
But this looks like
ジョン・ゾーン
Pokemon.
に落とし込むか
Oh, this
デ
is
ザイ
what I
ンの
mean,
方向性
mate.
からモ
It's,
デルの
for
完成イメージ
fuck's
までを
sake.
監修する立場でプロジェクトに参加しました。聖剣
Isn't
伝
that
説
just
ファイナル
Pikachu
ファ
on
ン
the
タジー
left?
外伝を作っていた頃から自分の頭の中ではモンスターたちが立体的に生き生きと動いてこれまで自分が携わった作
Yeah,
品では
I'd
それ
stick
ら
to
をどう
doing
やって
computer models,
当
mate.
時
I
の
don't
技
think
術
you're
で
very
表現
good
でき
at
るかにこだわっ
drawing.
て作ってきました。最新作
So
で
is
は
it just a
聖剣
Pokemon
伝説
game?
の
Then
モ
I
ンス
didn't
ター
know
た
this
ちの
series was
た
about
だ
that.
可愛いだけでは
I
なく
have no
恐ろし
idea,
さの部
mate.
分も
It's,
But it
it's
looks like it, doesn't it? You got to catch them all, I guess,
バト
right?
ル中はモンスターたちの表情にも注目してください。
これ
It's
ま
not
で
turn-based,
聖
I
剣
can
伝
already
説シリ
tell
ーズに
that.
は空を旅する海を渡る手助けをしてくれる頼もしい仲間たちがいましたが、今作には広大なフィールド探検に欠かせない新たな仲間が登場します。陸上を猛スピードで駆け回ってくれるピックル。ピックルも石井さんが新たに考案してくださっています。
it's like a sort of a
新たな
black
仲間を考え
Pikachu,
るに
isn't
あた
it?
っては今作のマスコットキャラクターになるくらい可愛い動物に
He's
したい
got
と
to be
いう
adorable
漠
enough
然と
to
し
be
た
a
思い
mascot
があ
for
り
the
ます。
game. Okay.
その上
Yeah.
でヨークシャテリアの毛並み見た目はアルマジルによく似た仙山港や
It could-
古代
it could
エジプト史の
literally
アル
eat
ミス
her
の子供といった
like
具
literally
体
sort
的
of
な
like
イメ
bite
ージ
her in
が浮かん
half.
できて
Nobody dies
そ
in
れ
these
ぞれの
games,
特
dude.
徴
I
を
told you.
取り入れながら
Nobody ever
ダメデ
dies.
ザインを書き起こしました。
They'll
デザイナー
only
に
ever be
もアイ
knocked
デアを出
out.
して
They'll
もら
never
いなが
die.
ら足の長さ
It
や
is
丸
cute,
まった
though.
時のイメージなど
Yeah.
Given
ゲーム
that.
の中での見え方も考えながら調整を重ねていきピックルは誕生しました。
もう一つの挑戦は楽曲面です。
I don't hate, you know, I do have a soft spot for JRPGs, I do. I know that I do. So I don't hate them, as long as the whole show's not about them, like
BGM でもしっ
The
かり
Game
聖剣
Awards
伝説
was.
シリーズらしさを感じてもらえると思います。過去シリーズの楽曲を手掛けたクリエイターたちが全100曲という大ボリュームの制作に挑んでくれました。新たな試みとしてフィールドの探索からバトルまでをシームレスに体験できるよう今作ではインタラクティブミュージックを導入しており冒険の没入感を高めてくれます。探索中の BGM がバトルに入った瞬間アレンジが切り替わる様を実際に聞いてみましょう。
I mean, the attacks don't look
今
that
作はアクション RPG 聖
impressive.
剣伝説のアクション部分が強化されています。
At least the ones they're showing. I mean,
空中でのアクション
there's a
が
lot of air juggling.
武器での攻撃だけでなく、魔
Um,
法での攻撃も可能に
you
なってい
got
ま
an
す。
air dash, which is
そ
commonplace.
して本作ならではの特徴として
Do you not have any party members then? Is it just you just play as one character?
その力を宿した武器を使うとバトルを手助けしてくれるようになり
Oh,
ま
I
す。
don't know. Nah.
精霊によっては様々な特性の違いがありますので、その効果とともに聖剣伝説の世界らしい不思議な力で爽快なバトルを楽しんでいただけます。
Oh, it's the edge lord
こういう
again.
モンスターやピックルにも注目してほしいのですが
This guy is a cool kid.
ジョンズ・
He's a
マナ
cool
ー
dad, he is.
聖
Cool
剣伝
dad.
説らしさを感じてもらえる作品になるよう小山田君を中心に
He looks like he looks like that he is a Final Fantasy villain. He looks like he's in a Final Fantasy game.
私自身もプレイするのを楽しみにしています。
聖剣伝説シリーズとして初めて Xbox ユーザーの皆さんにお届けする本作聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナは今後も様々な情報をお届けしていきますのでぜひご期待ください。この夏この忘れられない冒険を Xbox ユーザーの皆さんに楽しんでいただける日が今から待ちきれま
Don't
せん。
smile.
He's really up for it. Is that on Game Pass? Oh, that one's not on Game Pass. Well, screw you
No.
then. Fine then. Be like that.
Thanks, but no thanks. Oxide.
Hello, and
Hello.
welcome to Oxide Games. We founded the studio in 2013 with our decades of personal experience building some of the most beloved strategy games of all time.
Oh, strategy
like
games.
Civilization 5.
You built
We came together to
you built
create
Civ
something
5.
new and innovative in a genre we all love.
Okay.
Ara History Untold is the game we've dreamt of.
Wait, is this Firaxis?
Ara is an homage to historical gamers, strategy
Firaxis
gamers,
made Civilization
4X
5.
gamers. It features all the
Ex-devs
depth and gameplay
from
fans of the
Firaxis, I
genre
guess.
love,
Oh,
where
okay,
you'll explore the world, expand
Okay,
your nation,
this
govern your
could be
people,
interesting.
and engage with your rivals on the
Mhm.
international stage. But it isn't just more of the same.
This is going to be a
With
nightmare
Ara,
to
we
play
wanted
with a
to
controller.
challenge some of the preconceived notions about the genre, push it forward in a modern, empowering, and truly compelling and approachable way.
For example, we have over 100 instruments on display in the office, which are all things that we purchased in order to add to the soundtrack and expand the game and make it really good. Hi, Dan.
Bye, Dan.
That's Dan. We started in his basement. It's been an amazing process to see from concept to completion. We started small, building a robust game.
So this is
engine,
what, just
questioning our
another
design assumptions,
Civilization
and
clone?
I don't know.
our features,
It's
rediscovering what made us fall in love with strategy games in the
they're
first
saying it's a
The
4X.
end result is Ara, the historical grand strategy game that presents a living world where you can rule how you want to rule and chart your own path to becoming the most prestigious nation on the planet.
For Ara, we
It
knew
does
we
look a
needed
bit
deep
like Civ.
systems with outcomes that encourage exploration and give players the
Except it
power to
hasn't got
experiment
that
and
sort
make
of
meaningful
tiling
strategic
aspect
choices
to it,
while still having agency over
by
their
the looks of
playstyle.
it.
We also wanted to explore more in different parts of history and give players from around the world the chance to see the game reflect their unique perspective and not just ours.
And finally, we knew that
The
for players
characters
to
look
feel the
directly
impact of their
out of
decisions,
Civ 5,
they would need to see
100%.
their
Yeah.
choices reflected in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
game world itself, not just through numbers on a menu. One of the
Yeah, the
first
graphics
differences
look
you'll
alright.
see when you dive into Ara is what we call the living world. It's a procedurally generated alternate Earth, bursting with
So it's
life.
going to be RNG.
Intuitive,
It's going to be a
authentic, and immersive space, a blank canvas for players to paint
Okay.
the society of their dreams.
The living world isn't just a map. It reflects the choices players make over the course of the game. They can see everything from the settling of the wilderness to cultural influence on architecture over time to the thousands of citizens living their lives and reacting to the changes.
Well,
We want players
alright,
to
so
feel
it's
like they're
going from
truly
like,
occupying the
medieval
world,
all the
leading
way
their
up to
people as they
modern
thrive
and
and
probably
grow.
beyond.
Core to the
It
vision
pretty
of Ara
much is
our
Civ.
philosophy
I mean, it's
of
not, obviously
rule
it's
how
not
you
called
want to
Civ,
rule.
but
And no
it's
feature better exemplifies this than the prestige system.
yeah.
To win a game
It's
of
got
Ara,
hints of
players will
Empire
compete with their
Earth
rivals to build the most influential,
as well.
impressive, and important nation the world has ever known. This is measured by prestige, the player's score that proves their worth as a leader.
The prestige system gives players the chance to decide what kind of leader they want to be.
Well,
Do they want to
yeah, I'm
pursue
up for
great
it,
works
I
of
think.
arts and culture?
Yeah, I'd
Military
have to
might.
see how it. I don't know if I'd
Scientific
rather get it on
advancement. The
PC.
choice is
Oh
theirs.
look, yeah, future age shit.
In Ara,
Got
there are no
mechs and
set
stuff.
victory conditions.
I
Players
don't
get to
think my
decide
PC
what is
could
most
handle it,
important to them
unfortunately.
and focus and prioritize on those goals
So I
Well,
might.
while
it's
still being
Xbox
able to win the
hopefully as
game.
well.
Yeah, so I might
Personally,
be forced to
when
get it
I
on
play
Xbox. I
Ara,
just don't know
I
how
like
it's going to
to
work with
build
the controller.
Triumphs
But
are our collection
who
of
knows?
incredible monuments and architectural achievements from throughout human history. Like the Great Pyramid of Giza. They're hard to build, but worth it. Giving
Yeah, so you're
huge
building
prestige bonuses
wonders like
and
in Civ.
game-changing abilities
It
to the
is
nation that
Civ.
constructs
It
them.
reminded me so much of Civ.
Another aspect of Ara that I'm personally excited about is our crafting system.
The crafting system offers a unique challenge to the player that they generally won't see often in the 4X genre. Succeeding at balancing, gathering the right things, turning them into the tools that you need, and then finally getting to the outcome or reward of something like an important improvement or triumph just changes the challenge that exists in Ara compared to other 4X games.
Crafting plays out in Ara at a national scale, with players honing and combining the natural resources they harvest into all manner of goods and components. Those are the foundation for everything, from international trade to improving their cities and citizens' lives, and even manufacturing the weapons necessary to draft military units. The crafting system in Ara encourages thoughtful, advanced planning. It rewards players who can see the strategic outcome of all their collective decisions, and not just the individual ones.
I'm proud of the work that's gone into our simultaneous turn system. Many
Simultaneous
strategy games have players
turn.
alternate taking turns and reacting to their opponent's moves. In
Oh,
Ara,
it is
all
grid
players'
based.
actions are resolved at the same time. This rewards players' ability to navigate uncertainty.
It's a bit different. It's simultaneous turns, so
scenarios in the moment. This system makes Aura just feel more real.
That's going to be interesting.
In a typical strategy game, once your turn is finished, you have to wait for a long time. With simultaneous
you haven't got to wait for a long time. Depends how fast the fucking.
You get to keep playing the game.
Well, doesn't that just mean real time then?
Rather than having those periods of downtime where you're not doing anything.
No,
it's not easy.
It's going to be when everybody clicks end turn, everything will happen all at once, kind of thing.
So we looked at
I've seen other games do something similar.
Where this approach
although
really
not
shines
particularly in the
is our
4X
leaders.
genre.
Leaders are so often seen as military personnel or prominent government figures, but leaders come in so many different forms. They're thought leaders, scientific and cultural prodigies, and many more.
Each leader in Aura has a number of special abilities determined by their personality traits, as well as a powerful leader trait informed by their contributions.
I'm interested. I don't know if it's going to be different enough from
players will find leaders that they will want
Civ
to play.
that it's going to be.
That may surprise them with how fun it is when those leaders.
I mean, if it's made by some Civ 5 was arguably better than Civ 6, really.
For us at Oxide, player feedback is the only way to really understand what you're making. It gives us that priceless perspective from the people we're making Aura for, you.
Building the game alongside real players has given us that critical player feedback. In the end, we believe this makes for a deeper connection between the players and the game.
One of my favorite examples is when we first introduced the concept of dangerous wildlife to the game. It turns out, in our first iteration, it was maybe a little bit too aggressive or disruptive. We knew we should probably make a change when one of our insiders made a forum post that was just,
"Cougars, cougars,
cougars, I hate cougars!
Someone get these feline demons away from me." I'm happy to report, based on more recent feedback, that I think we ended up in a good place with the overall threat level of mountain lions to a player's citizenry.
It's been years of hard work to bring you a strategy experience like no other. And we're so excited that we can finally see the finish line.
I mean, I'm not being funny, but even the music they're playing sounds like it's come from one of the Civ games.
Yeah.
We are going to maintain our insider program after the release date and continue to listen to
Am I
players
the only
and
one
support
that
the game
thinks that
into
she
the
looks a bit like Matt
On
Lucas?
behalf of everyone at Oxide Games, thank you for joining us today. We can't wait for you to play Aura and to create your own history.
It's not on Xbox. There we are. It's not on Xbox.
Shit.
Yeah, it's mouse keyboard only. Yeah, my PC probably can't run it. So probably can't play it.
Shit.
Back to Civ 6. What we got next then? What we got? Machine Games.
Välkommen till Uppsala, Sverige.
I'm sure we covered something about them.
We are really excited to finally be able to share our work on Indiana Jones.
I think we.
The first film
okay. I was about to say from Bethesda. Yeah, it must be. Yeah.
Always represented the ultimate adventure. Even today,
and the Temple
of
Doom.
Most iconic franchises in pop culture. In
As long as it's not based on the last
film.
film.
Just playing as Indy, you are Indiana Jones. You will see through his eyes and experience a journey that we hope lives up to the proud legacy of Indiana Jones. When Todd Howard first told us about his vision for the game, we knew we would be a very good fit to help bring it to life.
I've wanted to make an Indiana Jones game forever.
Hey, Todd.
I'd had this idea for what it would be like and the story.
There's the man, the myth, the legend, the liar. How's Starfield working out for you, Todd?
And as the years went on, I thought, who would be like the best studio in the world to make this? And it was my friends at Machine Games. I can remember pitching Lucasfilm on the game and being, a little bit nervous because, look, it's, Indiana Jones, and their response was just overwhelmingly positive, and just that excitement has bled through the whole project, and they have just been so trusting and supportive of everything that.
God, he's aged, didn't he?
It's been a long time. I've been a fan of this my whole life.
Hey mate, he released Fallout 76 and then Starfield. That would age anyone.
Let's take our first look at the new Indiana Jones game.
Let me tell you what you are missing.
Indy, I love you.
Dr. Jones. While you were playing your pointless game, I was playing you. You're wondering if maybe you should have built yourself a life of meaning. Instead of ending up here, dead and forgotten in the sands of Africa.
Oh, executive producer Todd. Got to put his name in up their feet.
I bet Harrison Ford's going to get a pretty penny out of this as well.
Is he doing the voice then?
Well, it's his likeness, isn't it?
Thousands of years of humanity's thoughts and beliefs, scattered and buried.
That sounds like him, you know.
Just waiting.
Think he did the voice?
To be found.
No, I don't know. I think it's an impression.
Can't just run away.
Oh God, they've done him as well. God.
Oh, Denham Elliott, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Watch me.
But you're wearing lederhosen.
Julia.
Throughout history, mankind has built sites of great spiritual significance.
Yeah, that's not him, is
If
it?
you were to draw a line through these ancient sites
Nah.
around the globe, you get a perfectly aligned circle.
Alright, so it's first person. Good.
I've had run-ins with these guys before. Trust me, it ain't a walk in the park.
Okay, then. Let's see if you can keep up.
What do you mean if I can keep up?
Yeah, I'd give it a go.
When's it set then? Is it set between what films?
So yeah, whatever.
Yeah, right.
Patron of the fallen angels.
The Penitent Man will pass. The Penitent will pass.
Penitent.
New on a roll.
The Great Circle.
And the Great Circle.
You have any idea how old that was?
We'll see. I mean, we'll see. Keep my eye on it, but is it on Game Pass?
Indiana Jones is such an iconic character, and he means so much to so many people. Everyone here at the studio has their own indie stories and memories. Most of us grew up with his adventures and have been fans of the movies and the character for years. He's a brilliant archaeologist, he's a charismatic everyman, he's passionate and determined. And for us, he's synonymous with adventure.
Oh, God.
Now we have the opportunity to tell a new Indiana Jones story for a
What's
modern
wrong?
gaming audience.
Sorry.
Our game is all about putting you in Indy's shoes, letting you see and feel what he sees and feels. For us machine gamers, we do that best through first
I don't know what
person.
you're laughing at,
It's
mate.
the ideal perspective to bring you into the rich, exciting, and interactive world we've built. We believe that being up close and personal to the adventure is key, making each action feel like your own.
Whether it's
I could imagine
cracking a
this
whip,
is just going to get very
solving puzzles in
samey,
ancient
though.
temples,
I think he's using the whip too much. Like, I mean, how often did he use the whip in the films? And it's like,
Not often, no.
yeah, and they've made it
But we
like
still want you to have
pivotal
those
to his
moments.
combat or something. You're going to be
Seeing
using the
his
whip
iconic
every.
silhouette with the hat, the whip, and
Every
so for
fucking
things like cutscenes
bad guy
and
can be using the
environmental
whip on.
traversal, we pull the camera back for a third-person view.
Okay, it's not
Indiana
exactly.
Jones and the Great Circle is set between Raiders of the Lost
Okay.
Ark and The Last Crusade.
When our game
Okay.
begins, Indiana is working at Marshall College. He wakes up in the middle of the night to the sounds of a break-in and
Well,
rushes
don't
to
spoil
confront
it
the
for
thief
us.
in the college museum. The mysterious
God,
giant in
it's
there
him.
makes off with what seems to be a historically insignificant artifact, sparking Indiana's curiosity.
Candyman?
Tony
Following the
Todd.
trail, Indiana heads to the Vatican, hoping
The
to learn why
bees guy,
this particular
yeah.
relic was
Yeah,
stolen,
Tony Todd, yeah.
and discovers that things aren't what they appear.
He starts pulling at the strings of a mystery, and it all unravels until he has no choice but to see it through to the end, whatever the end may be.
On next plane to Rome. Stop. Need help. Stop.
Maybe in fact, stop. Indeed.
We always talk about how clever Indiana Jones is. That had to be one of our guiding principles when we were thinking about the type of game we were making.
I don't know how clever he was. Did you see the last two films?
He wasn't using his wits to get through the situation.
Yeah, they were dire.
The most authentic Indiana Jones experience we can make is the one that makes you think first.
They're not going to put what's her face in it, Karen Allen. She was hot back in the day.
Or a gun taken from a disarmed guard. But I think most of the time you'll have more fun and, to be honest, a more genuine indie experience by finding more clever ways to solve a problem.
We always want to be offering more solutions, whether it's trying a different path through the environment to get around enemies, observing enemy patrols and using them to your advantage.
So it's got stealth sections.
Or using the tools at your disposal, like the whip.
It's an amazing.
Yeah, but you're using the whip too. This is what I'm getting at.
Your journey.
We have these really diverse environments for you to explore. Indy's journey will take him to the forgotten temples of Sukhothai, the pyramids of Egypt, the snow-peaked Himalayas, and beyond.
Oh, they've got all the different biomes, Pete. All those different biomes. There's got to be an ice level.
Yeah, got to be a desert.
Got
to be a jungle.
Rich, vibrant worlds, and in this game, we also had the goal of making it feel like a true cinematic Indiana Jones adventure.
One of the biggest ways to do that is with the music. John Williams is the original composer for the Indy films, and we're really lucky to have found Gordy Hub, a composer who's been able to capture Williams' essence with his score for The Great Circle.
Why don't you just use the themes from the films? I mean,
we also take a very movie.
Yeah, they'll use the main theme, obviously.
Very physical with our production style. We use a lot of stunt actors. Things like this help us bridge the gap between making a game and making a movie.
Of course, our characters do a lot to help bring the world to life as well. Next to Indy, Gina is our other main protagonist. Where Indy is pursuing answers just for the sake of curiosity,
who's Gina?
Gina has a personal stake in getting to the bottom of the core mystery.
Gina is an investigative reporter who has a lot riding on this adventure.
Pete, did they just go woke
lead for some time,
with us?
Now she's found an ally in this determined American professor. Their paths are intertwined.
I'm not going to say anything now,
to get to the bottom of this mystery.
but the haircut would suggest.
What do you mean if I...
Oh, please
We
no.
always love our villains and think we might have found our favorite one yet in Emmerich Ross. He's this intensely psychological man. He's obsessed with the human mind and manipulating it.
He's highly intelligent and the perfect foil for Indy. They're both brilliant people, compelled by the passions and obsessions, but driven down wildly different roads.
He creeps up on you and gets under your skin like he gets under Indy's skin. It's captivating.
Mate, I'm not being funny, but if you're trapped like that in the sand with one hand up like that,
One of our models for
I think you
Indiana
might be
Jones
able to get
Great
yourself
Circle
out.
is adventure first. But in every Indy adventure,
Just saying.
there are always those moments where he finds himself in the action.
That's been one of those balancing acts for us, and we've ended up with this sort of hybrid experience that mixes melee combat, stealth, and gunplay.
How you approach any given
Showing the
situation is
whip,
up to
mate.
you.
I'm seriously.
You may choose to sneak
Like-
around an enemy patrol, or maybe you just pick up a shovel and whack them on the back of the
You
head.
just whip him in the balls.
And when you can't use your
Okay.
wits, you got Indy's most iconic tool. Just like you see in the movies,
They
one of
rea-
our
they-
goals has been to
they
make the
really
whip as
like the
fun
whip.
and multi-purposed as possible. We want
They-
to
they really like the
every
whip.
aspect of the game.
You can use it as a traversal tool to make your way around the environment. You can use it as a distraction.
A distraction.
yeah, as we've
Can
seen
absolutely use it in
repeatedly,
combat.
thanks.
Everything
Well,
you
he ain't
expect
gay.
from Indy's whip.
Yeah,
And
you've
hopefully
gone way
a little
too
bit
hard
more.
in on his whip.
Puzzles are a key feature in our game. The spirit of discovery is so important.
And now it's turned
to
into
Indiana
Tomb
Jones.
Raider.
Obviously, there are a handful of puzzles on the main path, but a lot of the puzzles are optional and are just there for the players who want to experience them. Epic traps,
Just like in Tomb Raider.
small secrets, and hidden puzzles that blend right in with their surroundings.
One thing
No,
I
I'm being a
love
bit
about the
harsh.
game
I
is
mean,
the
he's an
level of
archaeologist,
interactivity
right?
that
Indiana
we have.
Jones was around
We have
before
this
Tomb
world
Raider.
of mystery where anything could potentially
So,
hide a secret. The more you look,
But
the more you'll
gameplay-wise, it
discover.
looks like Tomb Raider.
definitely not his voice.
I want to thank you all for joining
Does it interest you? I know you like Indiana Jones, right? I don't mind. I'm not an uber fan of Indiana Jones. I like the first couple of films, but are you that interested in this? I'm not that sold on it.
I like the first 3 movies.
Yeah, same here.
I'm not 100% sold on this. I'm really concerned about the combat being exactly the same.
Yeah.
It's an incredible adventure, and I think that's something
Yeah.
everyone wants to be part of. I'm also
I don't know. I'm going to hold judgment on a lot of things.
Yeah, you need to see a bit more.
This year, and we cannot wait.
Is it coming this year then? Is that okay? I mean, it looks fun to punch Nazis in the face. I mean, I won't lie about that.
But it's probably going to get boring very quickly.
I don't think. Yeah.
Thing.
Is it Xbox? Oh, it's on Game. Oh, okay. If it's on Game Pass, then sure, I'll check it out.
There's no release date. It's just 24.
I think that's it. I think this is the end.
Yeah.
It's the last one.
All right. Well,
anything that really was like, oh wow, that blew me away. No, anything?
Not really. I mean, there's some interesting stuff, but Avowed. I'm not as excited as I was. Indiana Jones. Yeah, I'm concerned about the combat. Hellblade, I think, is probably my highlight. I think that's probably going to be quite good, if a little short, apparently.
Yeah, weird that they said they're making it shorter but more narrative driven.
Yeah. Other than that, no. What about you?
Indiana Jones. I don't know. I'm always dubious about these kind of film games, but I mean, it looks all right, but only all right. Do you know what I mean? Nothing's blown me away. There's a couple of things that I'll check out on Game Pass, but the question is, if they weren't on Game Pass, would I be like pre-order? I mean, or even like looking to buy them? Probably not, because they're on Game Pass. It's like, all right, I'll check it out on Game Pass, but I ain't going to go out of my way to buy it. The best of the bunch probably was the first game, only because I am a fan of the studio itself, which is Obsidian. I am a fan of what they do. Generally, they do make quality RPGs, even though it does look a little bit just like Skyrim to me. But maybe I'm being a little bit unfair on it. But they've got a good track record, so who knows?
And that Aya Civ 6 clone looks quite interesting.
Yeah, it's just not coming on Xbox, and so I just don't think I can run it. I mean, I'd have to see what the minimum requirements are, but maybe I could run it on the lowest settings, perhaps. But you
Potato
probably could,
mode.
Yeah, you probably could run it. It'll probably you could run it on your rig. So yeah,
yeah, I'll be able to. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. But yeah, well, okay. Tell us what you guys thought about it. Are you excited about any of the games that they showcased? Let us know in the comments section below, and hit that subscribe button and all that other good stuff. Yeah. And we'll see you on the next episode.
Yeah, take care, guys.
Bye.